I appreciate the invite. Glad we can make it out here today. We kind of all came from practice this morning. We started at 6 a.m. So I know our guys are probably a little tired from here, but again, they work hard. Again, like I said, we do our own type of workout early in the morning, get the guys up and see who's ready to play football. We kind of finished last week with our traditional Midnight Madness that we have with our players. I know a lot of guys are excited that we were able to bring that back as well. We tried to start it last year. The semi-hurricane came by, we got shut down, so it was allowed to go outside. So definitely was excited that we had to go and do what we normally had to do. And it did bring a lot of excitement to our kids that Saturday night. To my right here, I have Antonio Turner Jr., Landen Abernethy, and Chalkley.
This is for both coach and players. Talk about the vibe coming into this season. There seems to be a little buzz surrounding Manchester.
Well, I think a lot of it comes from we do have a lot of players that are returning from our previous season. There's a lot of excitement from the guys that we have kind of built through the 7-on-7. Because normally, we're not a team that kind of excites or shows anything during 7-on-7. I think last year we went to a lot of tournaments and just kind of went home. We played, competed, but it wasn't nothing that we did that kind of showed anything that would kind of translate to the season. This year was a little bit different. We went to 3, we made it to 2 championships in those 3. And again, a lot of our guys kind of like competed well and put on basically a show for most of the tournaments we went to.
Like what Gerald said, really just, we finally see that we can really do something. We're really capable of something. And a lot of people don't believe in us, so all we have is each other. And that's all we need.
Yeah, we had a lot of success this off season, both in competitive stages and in more private stages, like in practice. And for us, the only people we have to prove our worth to is our team and the other players around us. And I think that from top down, we've done that.
7-on-7 brought a lot of momentum and really showed that we have chemistry. We had new players, new staff last year. It was kind of an adjustment. But this year we're excited because we definitely have more chemistry and we were able to show it this whole season.
Landed two-part question for you. One, you're an incredibly experienced high school quarterback at this point. What does that do for you going into this season to have so many snaps under your belt? And then second, just tell me a little bit about what the guys sitting on your right and on your left bring to this team.
To answer the first question, I'd say that the experience just takes away the nerves. You get to go out there and have a good time at practice and be around guys that I've been around, both of these guys since they started. And feeling like you played for a team for 4 years is a lot different than when you just moved. And, it's a bunch of new faces. Even with the new staff, being able to know football through experience, through, learning the off season, all that stuff is kind of it just sets the stage for a big season. And I think that between the experiences that I've had as a player and also the incredible team that we have going into the season is going to be a fun thing to be a part of. To answer your second question, they're both not only incredible players, but they're leaders on the field. Cam has a 4.4 GPA, I think. Doug's in a lot of my classes. Just being able to kind of carry your leadership not only on the football field, but in the locker room, in the school, outside of school. And they're both 2 of the best players I've ever seen, legitimately.
Coach, you've talked about the experience you have returning. Is there a strength? Is the defense, offense, either one stronger than the other? How would you describe your makeup?
Honestly, if you go by numbers, defense will be ahead only because they have more returners. We do have an explosive offense. Again, it's just like anything in every year. Again, high school is a little bit different. You have to kind of gel every year with the kids you have because, again, everyone graduates, right? So you're not there with the same kids that's been with you for that long haul. So, again, it's just trying to get all those kids in those cores to kind of gel together on the offense compared to likely on the defense. You can get away with a lot of things, just being aggressive and fast and moving to the football, which we do very well. But our defense also is returning, 9 starters that move very fast and very well and play well together. So right now they're ahead of us for the most part. We did, have some back and forth this morning that we was excited about. So it wasn't that we didn't take a total loss. It depends again. I said my D coordinator is not going to be able to defend himself, so I'm not going to talk too bad about it. But we did, we had success throughout the day with each other.
How much different does it feel, preparation-wise, coming into your second season at the helm, right, compared to last year when you're kind of still setting culture and expectations and everything? Does this offseason feel markedly different compared to last year?
It does in the fact that I've taken on a different role. Last year I was just kind of the head coach. I was defensive coordinator before under Coach Hall as he was there. As far as like building culture and things like that, that wasn't necessary because I was part of that culture and it wasn't nothing that had to change. Coach Hall did a great job setting the foundation. It's kind of something that I kept with me as we went on to this season. But this season is a little bit different for me because I had to take over the helm for offensive coordinator. Coach Akers was the previous offensive coordinator. He's at Monica now. So instead, it's kind of one of those things that happened in May. So can't go searching in May for a new guy. So I basically took on that role. And the good thing I think that came out of that again because the guys know me, and then so it's kind of a different vibe and intensity on offense than it was in the past, just from my own personality. And I think the guys are kind of feeling that and making it what it's worth.
It's here for Manchester, guys. Thanks so much.